Sup guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Gamer Tech review. My name is Shu, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the stereo PC and console gaming headset called the Tyron. Here it is in the box, so let's take a closer look at the packaging. On the front of the packaging we do have a large picture of the headset so you can see what it looks like, and it also does say that it's PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC compatible. It's also got information on there saying it's stereo, it has a microphone mute button, it has soft ear pads and also 4 meters of cable. It also has an integrated sound card as well. The sides of the packaging are quite plain, it just has the name of the headset and also says that it's a stereo gaming console headset. And on the back of the packaging we have much the same information that's on the front, however just in a selection of different languages, and we also have a close-up of some of the cable ends here so you know how it would connect to either your PC or your console. Now the packaging's all out the way, let's just whack the headset out of the box and have a closer look at the unit itself. Here is the headset, as you can see, and on first impressions it does look like just your standard kind of headset. You have got a stock microphone on the left hand side, which is bendable as well, which is very quite handy, and that does go up and down and you can move it. And the great thing about the design of these microphones is that wherever you put the mic, it stays there. It's not like got one of these rubber army bits on there where you kind of move it, it stays there for a second and then starts to slowly go back again. You put it where you want it and it stays there, and that is really important and really good. It is an adjustable size microphone, so you can headset even, so you can pull these out to the side, and it actually is one of the ones which adjusts the most. You pull it out, you have got a lot of distance on there, so if you do have a large head or if you like to wear hats when you're playing your games, then you have got a lot of room extra to play in there for it. It is also a folding headset, which I shall demonstrate to you. So one ear cup goes in there and the other ear cup goes in there, and that's something that Speedlink often does with their headsets, just to make transportation a bit easier for you. Now the ear cups as well, they rest on your top of your ear, they do not cover your ear completely. You can see it's quite a small area in there. It is just a stereo headset, so there's only room in there for one driver, but yeah, it will rest on the side of your ear as opposed to completely covering it. So in terms of noise cancellation, it's not going to be the best headset out there for that, however it will deliver that sound straight into your ear, which again is a positive. Looking at the cable a bit now, there's a few different stops on there, so we'll start with this one first. This is the control section of the headset. You have a volume spinner here, and that adjusts the volume. You have your microphone on-off button here, and that also illuminates. It's blue when it's active, and it's red when it's cancelled, so you can see when it is going to be on or off. You have got a little Xbox in section here, so if you are going to be using it for your Xbox, you do have that ability to plug that cable into it there. You have a little clip, so you can put it on your belt or your trousers if you want to, and then you've also finally got your switch here which says console or PC, so you can decide which of those you are going to use. The spinner as well, it's not the highest quality, it does feel a little bit flimsy, however it definitely does the job. Like, I've not had any problems using it at all, so it definitely does the job though. Then, moving down the cable, we have 4 meters length of cable, as we said earlier, so you've got plenty of room in there, especially if you want to sit quite away from the TV when you're playing on your Xbox or PlayStation. These are your console connectors here, so all you would simply do is put the left and right, put them into your audio section for your console cable, and then that bit goes into the other side there. So that's a really easy way to set it up with your console. You don't have to mess around with sound cards or things like that. And then finally, you've got your USB connector here, which you'll use on your PC, and all it is a plug and play headset, so you just plug it straight into your PC and it works straight away, so you don't have to mess around with any software or drivers in order to get it active and up and running. It is a very light headset as well, and it is also quite clampy, so in regards to getting that pain on the top of your head, you're not going to be looking at getting that at all. It has got that padding on there. It could be padded a little bit more, like there's not a huge amount of padding there, however it is a very light headset and it is quite clampy as well, so you're going to be able to wear it for a long time without getting any pain. And yeah, that is the breakdown of the headset. So what are my impressions on the Tyron headset? Well, first of all, I am quite experienced with Speedlink headsets, so I always know that I'm to expect quality and the headset to work very well, and this does exactly that. I was very, very happy with it, especially for a more cost-effective headset. Also one that is multi-platform as well, so one that is built to work with consoles and PCs and work, give you just the exact same kind of experience when you're playing your games. It's very, very important. I was quite happy with the way the cable system worked as well. Usually you can get like some onboard sound cards which don't really work amazingly well for consoles. However, the way that this headset is designed, it's just that simple phono connector I like to keep them nice and safe, so I'll pop the plastic back on for it, because then it keeps it nice and shiny, it doesn't get scratched. Yeah, it's the phono connectors which you pop onto them, and it does make it so much easier as opposed to having to mess about, and you can sometimes get power problems and things, but with this you don't have that, and you don't have to mess about with it. It's just plug it in and you're on your way. It's such a quick setup. It's really, really nice. I did like the fact that you have got this separate little controller here, especially for volume and the mic control, because if anyone knows, if you're using your mic in game and something comes along like in your IRL life, and you need to mute your microphone essentially really, really quickly, because you don't want to tell everyone you're playing with what you want for dinner, or when John's coming over, or something like that. So you've got the very handy mic mute button here, and also because it is illuminated, it's really easy to tell if your mic's muted or not. So many times when I play my PC games, I'll mute my mic to say something, completely forget to unmute it, I'll carry on playing, I'll be talking for like half an hour, and then realise that, oh no, my mic's been muted. But that's because there's no way to tell me it's muted, whereas with this one it illuminates and it lets you know really easily, which is really good. One of the things that I'm not really such a huge fan about with the headset is that the ear cups don't fully cover my ears. With all my headsets that I've kind of ever used, I've always had that, and I just prefer it. I feel like it provides much better noise cancellation and better comfort as well, because otherwise if you're wearing a headset which rests on your ears, it's a lot of pressure to put on it for a long time. Even though it's a very light headset, you'll still get that pressure put onto like the top of your ears, and I find that not so comfortable. I know there's a lot of people out there who would agree and also disagree with me, but that's just kind of like my personal preference with it. So if it was a full over ear headset, I'd definitely rate it a lot higher, but that's just, you know, that's my own personal thing. I love the fact that it does bend up, and that the microphone, you know, you can just get the microphone all squashed up in there as well, which is no problem. So when it comes to travelling around and going to lands and things, it's going to be your bad boy, and that's the good way, you know, bad boy is a good thing. And yeah, so the microphone's fantastic. Also, the microphone quality was very high, and I was pleasantly surprised, because I thought maybe because other things are good that it would get let down at the microphone, but no, the microphone quality was very good. It picked up the bass and the bass and the mid very, very well. The high notes not so much. I think it kind of misses just the top kind of section. However, I do have quite a low voice, so when I was talking, maybe it was picking everything up perfectly of my voice. And that's my breakdown. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've learned something about the Tyron headset. It's a cracking little headset. So if you are a bit of a gamer swinger and you go from console to PC quite a bit, this headset will do everything for you. So it's definitely worth checking it out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in another video. Stay fresh.